be quite honest with you, as I hope will be in the final version of the budget. And most importantly, not most importantly, but of great significance in that, is of course the fact that the governor zeroed out land acquisition, which simply cannot be allowed to stand. So, I will mention also, because it is one of the issues that you're lobbying on today, that in the Assembly budget, we did pass our e-waste bill. One of the subjects that is one of your major bills to talk about today. That we hope is going to help keep pace, and I will point out that we passed e-waste in previous years in different versions. We passed the governor's program bill, we passed our own version of e-waste. But just as we were talking about plastic bottles, just as there is no good reason for a plastic bottle to be discarded anymore, there is no excuse for desktop and laptop components, DVD players, portable music systems, and others to end up in our landfills. It's bad policy, it's harmful to our water and to our health, not to mention absolutely pointless when these same electronic components can be reused in new products. So that we fully expect that with your advocacy, we can do a comprehensive e-waste program this year, to have it in place in New York State by the end of this session, that could be a national stewardship model. We are very close, I have to tell you, that some of the differences that exist between us and the Senate primarily have to do with the ability of manufacturers to charge people for taking back these materials, which is something that we are resisting on the Assembly side. But various folks in the Senate and elsewhere think that businesses, not-for-profits, churches, schools, and others ought to have to pay a fee to manufacturers for them to take back the material. I don't believe that to be the case. I think we can come to some accommodation on this issue, but those on the other side have to be reasonable in what they are asking for. And if they are, then we can have an e-waste bill done this session. Today, in the New York State Assembly, we will mark Earth Day by passing a package of bills that many of you in this room have fought for many years. Today, we will pass legislation to end the purchase of styrofoam by the state and municipalities, to require that recyclables remain separate from disposable solid waste and prohibit those materials from being dumped in landfills or burned in incinerators. We will pass in the Assembly today legislation to require that battery manufacturers in New York develop comprehensive recycling plans. We will vote to establish a workable recycling program for mercury-switched thermostats, which too often end up in our landfills and polluting our groundwater. We will vote today to mandate that private wells are tested for contaminants before the sale of a house. We will give the Department of Environmental Conservation oversight over wetlands 1 acre and over, and set clear standards for fixing damage to those valuable ecological systems.
Yes.
We will vote today to phase out the use of pesticides by state agencies. We will vote today to ban the use of bisphenol A, a dangerous chemical that is used in children's products. We will vote to ban the sale and manufacture of products containing decabrominated diphenyl ether, DECA, a known carcinogen. We will vote to set standards so that New York's purchases prioritize environmentally friendly products. And we will vote to set firm but reasonable caps on greenhouse gas emissions in New York so that our state may lead the way in fighting global warming. New York State needs to be a leader. And hopefully there are other bills that we will accomplish today too. But that gives you an outline of the legislation that we will pass today in the New York State Assembly. Legislation that, and I want to emphasize this, is in large part due to the hard work of those of you in this room today. The outcome of many meetings that we've had, phone calls, emails, gatherings like this, in which you have told us what we can do and must do for our environment. So I think on this Earth Day, I want to thank you for being here, for all of you who have made phone calls and letters and lobbying efforts, many of it in local legislators' offices, which is great, to make sure that New York honors its responsibility to protect its natural resources and lead the national environmental protection efforts. If you are still around later on today and want to help participate in the legislative process, I would invite you to come over to the Assembly Chamber and visit us and observe the proceedings as we debate the bills that I have mentioned here today, that we will pass to help ensure the safety and natural beauty of New York State. Again, I thank you for being here today, for the work that you do all year long. Keep up the good work, and let's get these guys back to the job.